Hey, good evening, Map here, Map Investments. Hope you're all having a great day. Uh, Tough day in the market today. Not tough, it was just not, the action was tough just for anybody who's long. Um, Let me pull up here the CNBC website. Um, Pretty much down 0.80 on the Dow Jones, over 1% on the S&P, NASDAQ 7.3. Small caps 1.5, but the VIX was down a little bit to a quarter. Um, I was down 1.5%. I'll take it. I had about 26 trades. And yes, I was down today, but I'm up for the week, so that's all good. That's all that matters. I think we're waiting. Yields fall as market awaits inflation indicators. We're gonna get some inflation news. I don't know if it's tomorrow or Friday. Let me take a look. Economic news. I think that's the biggest thing that we have going on the economic calendar that we need to be on the watchful eye for. Uh, I think it's Friday. Yeah, Friday. CPI at 8:30 in the morning. Consumer Price Index. Consumer Price Index is a measure of the change in the average price of a fixed basket of goods and services purchased by consumers. So we get inflation data on Friday. Big data. Um, what else? Oil up huge to 122.37. I think it was up 20 uh, over $2. Nat gas did sell off. Um, it was like a nine something. We could look at the chart. It got hit, um, which is fine. You're gonna have corrective uh, action in bull markets, and nat gas has been very bullish. Here's a chart. So yeah, we were at 966 and went splat down to 866. Whatever. Um, what else? Gold. Gold and silver just consolidating, to be honest with you, along with copper. And all the metals are pretty much consolidating. I think they're consolidating for a big move to the upside. Cryptos really don't have any exposure to crypto, to be honest with you. Everything's broken, um, and I really don't have any exposure to any of this, um, for the most part. Yeah, pretty much done with cryptos. I don't have anything right now. Um, Couple reasons why there's no derivatives in the cryptos, except if you trade BITO or G. BITO is the only one that has options. So I might maybe do options in that, but I really haven't. Um, and there's some other names, but most of them are broken, and there's no interest on my side. That's just me at the moment. If they show confirmation on some of the plays that do have uh, stock or options, then I'll um, dabble, jump into it, or allocate some funds to it. But in the meantime, there's no interest on my end because I don't see anything on the charts, and I'm not interested in buying anything on Coinbase or Crypto.com or any of that nature. I'm done with all those. And not that I lost money or anything. I made some money, but I just don't see an advantage or any catalyst or any business model. I think it's just basically a Ponzi scheme. Buy and sell higher, and hope someone else buys it higher. Um, that's my 2 cents on crypto. Um, on the on the top top stocks under $10, uh, have them sorted by volume. So gas gave back a little bit, which is fine. I think it pulled back, which is healthy. Let's pull up the chart here that I like. It pulled back here. I think it's a healthy pullback, and I think you can buy this dip. I did. Well, I actually did a video on gas, so you can look at that video. But I sold some here, and I re-entered here again, and I bought A little bit. I nibbled a little bit. Nothing crazy because I like the the tape and the action. GLOP, I did a video on GLOP, held up, on the breakout. It was up, nothing big, but it was up still. That's a good sign. DO, I bought a long call in DO, spec play. I bought a call in, that was a trade today. I bought a call in this diamond out for short driller. I bought the October 1, October, and there was some action here in the 10 call about this, and I'm actually up $25 on my $1.25 that I paid. So I'll take it, which is 20% as of right now. So I did a little bit of action there. I have barn, I have nine up, nice. ELA. Here's the video. ELA did a video on ELA 5 days ago. Here's a chart on ELA. It's funny. I honestly don't give a crap, but it's funny. I like to watch blogs and I like to hear people and I like to get opinions and thoughts and all that, all that good stuff. But man, I watch some channels out there, and bro, they just talk a lot of nonsense, man. That the economy's gonna collapse. Okay, so what? If it collapses, it collapses. That this is horrible. That this is that. That this is that. And all they do is regurgitate the financial news. I don't understand. I mean, I hardly don't see, and maybe I'm wrong. And if you guys see someone that shares content like what I'm doing, share it with me. I would love to follow somebody like that on how to make money and look at next winners, etc. I don't see it, but if you do, share it with me. I think there's so much value in my channel and in my research and in my legwork that I do every day, looking at the market like a hawk. I, I don't get it, man. There's people out there have 100,000 subscribers and all they do is talk the same nonsense all day. That Walmart don't have supplies, that the banks, that the housing market, blah blah blah, this and that. They don't give you a stock pick. They don't give you a breakout. They don't tell you where the trends are. I don't get it. I went on a little tantrum there on the off, on the side note, but I just don't get it. I really don't. Whatever. So yeah, I did a video on ELA. PED, small one, looking good with volume. I was surprised that Self came back big, but that's what happens when you don't. They do pay a dividend, but that's what happens when you buy before the pivot. 11% for the pivot, it got dumped on high volume. Whatever. I mean, I don't. Let me see what I have in Self. Self. Let's see what I have in there. I'm down $100 on Self. Now remember, my rule is they pay a divvy. Self has a dividend of 4% paid on the 14th. Next week. You got to be in the next week to get that dividend. So I would assume that the stock will go back up because people want to be in it for the dividend. I'm down. I'm actually flat. So, my rule is cut any loser 7-8%, and I'm okay there. So no damage to be realistic. PVL, nice, have that one. The shippers got hit today all over the board. Shippers were annihilated. I gotta do more research on the shippers. Um, but yeah, I gotta do more homework on the shippers. But they didn't show good action today. Maybe it's just a pullback. We'll see. I'm long DSX, GTE, nice, ESPN, EPSN, not ESPN, not sports. But you can see here that there's not a lot of bad stuff. Safe bulkers down another shipper. TGIA had a breakout, a little bit of a breakout. I approve. I added TGA today to my portfolio because I think it's going higher. I have 300 shares now at 461. So I followed up. I averaged up. Average up, folks. If you're right, average up and let them run. Let them run. Follow your rules and let it run. I don't think, yes, if it goes down 7, 8%, get out. I talked yesterday briefly about TMST. Uh, is down. And if it goes to, I'm down 5% almost. If it goes down 7, 8%, I don't care. I'm out. Out. If you're wrong, get out. Keep your losses tiny and let your winners run. It's been working for me. This video, uh, I'm gonna title this video Hudson Technologies. I followed Hudson for a long time. They're in the refrigerant business, and the stock is acting very, very, very beautiful. Uh, I've watched this stock for a long time, just going down the most actives, and I really like this stock. I'm invested in it, and I think it'll be a good winner. Let's pull up the chart on Hudson Technologies. Here is the chart on Hudson Technology. Mind you, look at this. This stock was 52 cents. Incredible. Incredible. But we're not worried about that. We're worried about where it's going. It is what it is. Um, their earnings per share in 2022 were up 91%, $1.32. Now their estimate for 23 is down 94 cents, which is a decrease of 29%, but historically it's the highest earnings per share in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, basically 10 years. This stock was at 10 bucks. We're at 10.66 right now. And when it was $10, they were making 40 cents a share. So you do the math. You do the math. This thing, if they earn 80 cents a share in fair value, could be 20 bucks. So this could double. It's got a PE of 7, even though I don't really pay attention to PEs. Um, the revenues are growing. Last quarter, the revenues were up 150%. Their earnings were up 999%. The quarter before that, their revenues were up 71%, and their earnings were up 218%. And their earnings just keep growing. We had a little breakout here, folks, up on 2.2 million shares. 80, I can't see that. I'm getting old and blind. 86% increase in volume, and we broke the 1017 mark. And this is probably new high territory because here is 1040. This is a new high, I think, for, let me see, 1040. This is a new high. We were over here at 2750 over here back in 95. Yeah. Um, insider management 15%, funds 15%. So we have institutional ownership, which has increased from 45 to 56 to 60 to 70. So institutional ownership has almost doubled. Management owns, and the float is 35 million, and they're a $478 million market cap company. Hudson Technologies. So these guys provide refrigerant reclamation, sales, decontamination to refrigerant wholesalers and contractors. So they deal with your HVAC kind of stuff. Um, so here, it's committed to providing products and services that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, increase energy efficiency, and promote sustainability, encourage understanding, and ensure future generations inherit a healthy planet. So they reclaim refrigerant. They've been around a while, um, and they've actually changed their website and their model because I've seen this website before. Why going green is good, um, providing a sustainable solution. Yep. do some research on this one. Um, I like it. So what do I have in? So obviously, one thing is showing your chart, and then one thing is being an investor in it. In Hudson, I have 100 shares of Hudson at 763. I'm up $300. I think I bought some more today, about 25 more shares. I actually took some off the other day when it was up, and I added again. I do have options. I have the 7 call with 72 days left. So I invested $95 and it's worth 370. I'm up on this. So let's take a look at what I'm up at here. So on my option, I'm up 289%. So I invested 97.50 on my option, $95, and it's worth 370. It was up 97 cents today. So I was up 97 bucks. So 275, yeah. And my stock is up 59%, more or less, yeah. I'm gonna be holding on to this one. I'm gonna let it run. I think we can see old highs, and as long as it doesn't drop 8%, which I think will be difficult, but you never know. All stocks are speculative, and you need to treat them like that. I don't care if you're in Apple, Amazon. I don't care what stock you're in. It's all speculative. Um, don't average down. If you're doing a 401k, that's great. Whatever. Your dollar cost averaging over long term, that's 401k. But if you're just, looking and buying and stuff like that, keep your rules in check because you could get hurt really quick. The futures are open. Interest rates are at 305 almost. The dollar, so that's pretty much on the under $10 stock. Hudson Technologies. Buy it. I like it. I think it's in a good industry. I think it will do well. Dixie's up a little bit over $1.02. Um, been strong, but I think eventually it'll come down. Oil very strong. Bitcoin up a little bit. Futures open at 6, so open 45 minutes ago. S&P up a little bit. Gold flat. Small caps up a little bit. NASDAQ up a little bit. Dow Jones up a little bit. Natural gas down a little bit. Metals are pretty flat. The grains were pretty flat today. So on the big front, let me just go over let me see how much time I have in this video. Maybe 2 more minutes, could make it a 20-minute video. It's very enjoyable for you. So I scalped some futures. I shorted AMC. I shorted BABA. I bought CTIC. CTIC looked like CTIC had some odd action. I don't know what's going on in here, but something's going on in here. This action was very fishy. I don't know if they're gonna get bought out. I don't know. I just it was very strong, and I added to my position. Um, Diamond, I mentioned ERF was really doing good. I did some call calendars, bought some more Hudson Technology, bought some HNRG, sold a worthless call that I had, just got a nickel for it. Closed my NIOU for maybe a scratch or a little bit of a loss in the life of the trade. Call calendar and not par. Bought some more PED. PRPH added to PRPH. Very nice chart, making 52-week highs. Look at this. Looks really pretty. I think this will definitely test 1459 eventually. Um, Looks good. I like the way it looks. What else? Added TGA, and I did a call calendar on WLL. And that's pretty much it, folks. Like I said, shippers got hurt. That's the trend that I saw. The man stocks, which is just ludicrous. Red box, people just gambling. This is garbage. I shorted I did call calendar, put calendars in these. I sold the call credit spread on this. Um, Actually, did it get filled? Oh no, I'm up 27.50. I shorted it, GME, and that's pretty much it. These crap stocks that people are gambling, and if you see the stuff up, I will short it via call credit spreads if you can get filled. The money makers don't even want to give you a third of the width. You got to be patient on these meme stocks that don't make any money. But there's still some money out there to speculate. Um, and yeah, I mean, help me grow the channel. You see winners here, share it, subscribe, like, comment, and if you see someone else that gives this kind of content out there, I would like to see it. I really would. Instead of just talking garbage and regurgitating what's happening in the news, um, I would like some more constructive videos. Maybe I can learn something from them as well. Well, anyways, um, have a good night. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.